We here. Yes. Yeah, child. I'm in my feelings this morning. I'm gonna tell y'all why once y'all get on in here. Come on in here, y'all. Child. That child had me wonder if I would beat her in her. Ooh, I want to beat her in her face. Ooh, child. I can't watch I can't watch TV, child, before I come home. I can't do that. I can't do that. It's too much. It's too much. Get this thing right. All right. Here we go. All right, we come. Here we go. Oh, child. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Child, this world, these people got nerve of life. Ooh, some people got nerve to say. Yes, they do. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, y'all can do that. Yeah, hold on, y'all. No, I don't want to. I'll be right with y'all. Y'all come on in. All right, y'all. Come on in. Ooh, wait a minute. Hold on. All right. Okay. Okay. Who up in here already? Child. Hey, Auntie Pee Wee. Hey. Hey, Reese Cup. What's going on, y'all? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, yeah, child. It's a good morning, y'all. It's a good morning. It didn't start out to be a good morning, but until about an hour later. But everything is good. Everything is good. All is well. All is well. Yes. Yes, it's all well. It's all well. Happy birthday to Queen Monique. Yes, her and I, we are Sagittariuses. That's why she is my good girlfriend in my head. Happy birthday to Monique, Queen Monique, the queen of comedy. else up in here? Hey, Jessica. Ooh, Lord have mercy. How y'all morning going? Y'all having a good morning? Everybody having a good morning? Y'all see what we get ready to talk about today, right? Y'all see what we get ready to talk about. Y'all know we had to have this conversation eventually. So we're gonna have it today. Yes, we're gonna have it today, y'all. We had to have this conversation, so we're gonna have it today. Good morning, everybody. Y'all get ready. Y'all get ready. Just get ready for the conversation. Yes. That's right. Hit that like button as y'all enter. Yes, it is. It's Taco Tuesday, Auntie Pee Wee. That's right. It's Taco Tuesday. Happy Taco Tuesday. I love me some tacos too, child. With some sour cream and some salsa and things. Well, no, not salsa. I like the hot. Like when I go to Taco Bell, I love Taco Bell. I love Taco Bell. I love the hot sauce that they give you to put on it. The only thing that be really missing is the guacamole. I like the guacamole. I like guacamole. Yeah, I would love to have some guacamole on my taco. But you know what? For me, I don't know for everybody else. When you go get when you eat Mexican food, everybody can't make guacamole. Everybody can't make it, and that store-bought guacamole, that's nasty. It be too watery and stuff like that. That's not real guacamole. Guacamole is supposed to be nice and thick and chunky. I got to find me a Mexican woman that know how to make guacamole. Well, most Mexican women know how to make guac. Not only do they know how to make good guacamole, they know how to make good tacos and stuff. They know how they know how to cook the beef the right way and put the correct seasonings on it. I'm gonna try to, y'all, next year when I do my cooking segments, I'm gonna try to make me some good tacos. Like, I don't like that seasoning. I don't be liking that seasoning. That you get in the seasoning packet, like the El Paso and stuff like that. But by the way, you know what? I added that to my chili the other night, and it was good. The El Paso. Is it El Paso? The El Paso seasoning packet. Oh, you want me to move over? Yeah, the El Paso seasoning packet that they have for chili. Oh God, it was amazing. It was amazing. And now I know, Joseph, you see that? Them damn cats. Look at them cats. Child, these cats done tore our chairs up. Get what? Hold on, I need to get Here it go. What's the thing? The nail? Oh no. It's under your chair. Child, these cats, they always doing something, child. Stay stationary. Oh, Jesus. Yes, these cats always doing some, child. These daggone $200 chairs, they done dug their nails in them, child. We got to get them reupholstered. That's what we have to do. We have to get them reupholstered. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right. Child, now my mic stand trying to do show.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing
today? I see
today?
why mine is doing show.
Turn my mic up, please. Turn my mic up.
It's up.
Can you hear me now?
They should be able to. Oh, Lord, let me get my phone.
Can you hear me now? You know, I'm doing like a Leah did it on song.
That wasn't Aaliyah, that was Lil Kim. She said, "Can you hear me now?"
No, Aaliyah. And
Lil Kim.
No.
Too. Lil Kim did it in her song too. She said, "Can you hear me now?"
Can you turn my mic up? Can you hear me now? Once upon a time.
Hey, Bacon with Charlene, you making anything special for Christmas? Are you having family over? What are you doing for Christmas? I don't know what it is about Bacon with Charlene. I'm always interested in knowing what she is doing, for the holidays, because she bakes, and so I be like, I have this vision of her just in the kitchen, just making cookies and cupcakes and muffins and cakes and you know and doing what have you and icings and things. I don't know what and baking with Charlene probably she'd be like, child, I'm going somewhere and sit down. I ain't baking shit. I ain't baking nothing. Hey El Maria. Yeah, I be thinking that baking with Charlene is just doing the most, honey, for Christmas. And she probably baking with Charlene, if she probably like, if I make a cake, child, they'd be lucky.
I'm sure she make a cake.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
But
she
not
makes
a bunch
a cake.
like an Almond.
Huh?
I said she ain't making a bunch like an Almond, like 20 cakes on it.
Yeah, I be thinking like I'm thinking like baking with Charlene got this big, huge kitchen, with all the stainless steel tables and shelves and things filled with just, sprinkles and icings and, all different types of, spices, to put in the cakes and things and doing what have you. And she probably just be like, child, I'm going somewhere and sit down. That's what I want to do. I want somewhere and sat down, child. I ain't making no damn cakes. They probably be like, Charlene, could you make? No, I ain't making no damn cake. Bye. That's probably what she be doing. Like me, my sisters they always ask me to make banana pudding for Christmas. I be like, child, I don't feel like making no banana. The cats.
They pushed it back this fall.
What you mean pushed it back?
This look.
You ain't sitting all the way back
Yes,
in the
I
chair.
am.
No, you're not. No. You ain't sitting all the way back.
That's because these pumpkins is too much.
Child, please, we ain't get started with the pumpkins, child. You go with the pumpkin, honey.
You're such a hater.
I am not a hater, honey. You just can't take the pot roast.
You
Do I need to stand up and show you the pot roast again?
Hate on the pumpkin.
Do I need to show you? Do I need to stand up and show you the pot roast?
Not at all.
Because you get to see it every night.
No.
So I don't understand what the issue is, honey.
I'm good.
You always hating on the pot roast.
I'm
What's the
good.
problem?
Hey, Auntie Pee Wee. Hey, Reese Carl. Hey,
Thanks for my
Jessica.
glasses.
Hey, Maria.
Can you pass my glasses?
Hey, Charlene.
I should have got me some coffee from the store, child. I ain't had no money left.
What?
I didn't. Hold on.
You had to.
No, I didn't. I didn't have no money left.
You had to.
No, I didn't. Not what?
Oh, 3? I didn't know.
Yeah. I had. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah,
I told you did.
I got
I
something.
You did.
I have
You had
something
to.
left. I did. Well, after the show, I'll go get me a cup of coffee. I have enough for a cup of coffee. Okay. Yes. All right. So we're gonna get started in a minute, y'all. We just wait for a couple
Hello,
more
Uncle.
people to come in. Hey, Uncle Fred. Good morning, Uncle Fred. Child, you know what
Shout out to I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say shout out to Buzz TV.
Oh yeah, shout out to Buzz TV last night. We had a good show last night. We had a real good and interesting show. I think we're on a good track, Joseph, talking about these hot topics, these celebrity hot topics and things like that. Giving our commentary on what's going on in the celebrity streets.
Yeah, I think we are.
Yes, so
Speaking of, we'll talk about that time.
yes, Joseph. I think this is just the season for lies.
Why you say that?
Because people just lying all over the place.
Well, this is true.
Yeah, I ain't gonna mention no scenarios because if I do, I'm gonna start some trouble. And 'tis the season to be jolly. I don't want to start no trouble. But folks need to stop lying, child. They need to stop lying, and they need to in the new year say, the New Year's resolution is I ain't gonna lie no more. you know. But I'm gonna leave that one alone. We're gonna get started with the show. You ready? You ready to be on camera? You camera ready? Because I know you. You be like, child, I look a mess.
I'm good.
Okay, here we go.
It's about time the people saw me.
Yes, it's about time the people saw you.
So
People
they
want
know
the
that
song. Do the people want the song?
So they know you didn't kill me.
Do the people want the song?
Bury me in the front yard.
Yes, for that. Here we go. Hey y'all.
Hey.
What's going on? Y'all see who decided to join us this morning? The beautiful one.
Yes, that would be.
With the corn muffins.
Pumpkin.
No, corn muffins, honey. Corn muffins.
Pumpkin.
Corn muffins. Y'all, let me tell you something. It's funny. I got an iPhone, right? You know it has the face recognition. My phone won't open up. My phone won't open up because it don't recognize my face with this hair.
Shouldn't that be scrolling tomorrow?
No, it's scrolling today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna scroll that today. Oh, Lord have mercy. You know what? Let me do this.
Your birthday is tomorrow.
I know. Happy birthday to me. I'll be 54 years old. So, hey. The girl in the store, when I told her I was going to be 54, she asked me for my IG yesterday. She said, you going to be 54? I said, yeah. She said, well, child, black don't crack. And it don't. It ain't cracked yet. Hey, praise God. Black ain't cracked yet, y'all.
Yes, Feasty Cup, I am. I told y'all I would today.
What?
My eye was a little jacked up. Because I think it was the way I fell asleep on the bed and like maybe a cat hair got into it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was all red. I couldn't really see out of it. So I had to put some eye drops in and what have you and things of that nature and get it together before I grace y'all with my presence again. Because you know, Joseph ain't coming on camera if he ain't camera ready.
I'm going to leave that one right on alone, honey. I'm going to leave it right where it is. Y'all, I got a job interview today.
So, yes, we need to get on with that.
Yes, I have a job interview today. So, I'm excited. I'm excited. I hope I get the job. I hope I get the job. Huh? What?
I hope you do too, honey, but I know
we can sure use the money, honey.
Because Clumsy McFarlane, honey.
Who? What you mean, Clumsy McFarlane? What you talking about?
Whoa, child.
What?
You clumsy.
I am not. Yeah, I am clumsy. Child, I trip over my own feet.
Exactly.
But I'm pigeon-toed. I can't help it. Yeah, child, I can see that. Y'all, I got an interview to be a server, or no, a waiter at Applebee's. Now I could picture myself, child, carrying somebody's stuff to their table, honey, and me just tripping over these two left feet that I got, and food just being all over everywhere. But I'm gonna try. I give anything a try, child. I will. I give anything a try. I don't care, honey. I work at a pie factory.
I tell you gotta wear a headband.
Child, I'll be like, okay. And I come in there with no hair, honey. They will gag. They'll gag me say. They'll gag. But anyway, welcome to the show, everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, welcome to the show. As y'all can see from the thumbnail, today we are talking about the Versus platform. Now, y'all know how I feel about Versus. What happened?
Sylvia, please put them in the waiting room. Sylvia, please put them in the waiting room.
You're so stupid. Now, y'all know how I feel about this Versus stuff. I don't like it. I really don't like it. I don't like the Versus trilogy. I don't like it. I think it pins great artists against other great artists. And it would be great if it was a celebration of music. But people, when they do the Versus, they look for who won. Oh, well, this one won and this one won. Why can't they all be just great? Because all the people, let's be real, everybody that has participated in the Versus trilogy are great artists. There's not been one artist that has not been great. Now you might say their performance on the verses has been a little something child. Like they said, Miss Shaka Khan, honey, she turned it. They said Miss Shaka Khan
And then the fight that broke
was
out.
tripping all over herself and stuff. They said they said Brandy and was a little a hot mess.
Monica, no,
Oh, Monica. They said Monica was it Monica or was it Brandy?
Monica.
It was Monica. Yeah, and then you know the Bone Thugs and Harmony. They ended up fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Who was they fighting with?
3-6 Mafia.
3-6 Mafia.
I think.
You know, and we got some good stuff out there like DMX. God bless the dead. I think that was like his last performance ever, you know.
I just think some of them come there because with the expectation of lip syncing their song, and then when whoever they're battling starts really singing their song, they feel some kind of way. I.e., Escape versus SWV. Coco just sat there like she had attitude the whole time.
But you know what happened? But the backstory to that was Coco had just witnessed a murder. I mean, a murder.
Coco from Brooklyn.
Right.
And it ain't the first time she saw murder, especially from where she from. So I'm not saying that that's an excuse.
I mean, but who?
I'm not saying that that's an excuse, but if you got a show to do, you got a show to do.
Right.
Am I right or am I right?
Right. Well, Coco is stuck up anyway. I'm gonna tell you that personally, on a personal level. Coco is she's very narcissistic.
Where she from? And
yeah, she's very narcissistic, and you know, Coco has this attitude like, I know I'm SWV. Without me, there's no SWV.
Right.
You know, she gives you very that,
which is kind of true.
I mean, it is true, but I mean, we talked about this yesterday, Joseph, with Wendy Williams. You know, you can be your own worst enemy. You can bring your own self down. Like, people will look at you, and you know, when things happen in your life, they'll look at you and they won't feel bad. They won't feel bad. You know, they'll celebrate your downfall. You know, and so that's why I say you have to be, especially when you're an entertainer. It's important for you to be humble. Yes, you're human, and you know you can get angry, or you can have an attitude about something sometimes. But you know, when you're in the public eye, people have this expectation of you, and no, you don't ask for that. You don't ask for, you know, to be a role model or to be a spokesperson for whatever. But when you're in the public eye, that's just the way it is.
Right.
Period. Point blank.
I think the problem comes in, and there's only two people that really have, well, I don't consider Patti LaBelle in this group, but if you want to add her to what I'm about to say, you could add Patti to it as well. But I don't, because in my mind, I know she was part of the group, but it's just different to me. When I think of women that were lead singers in a group and left and were successful, the only two that really were able to really, like I said, Patti LaBelle was part of the group and she's very successful on her own, but I just don't see her group in the level of these two groups I'm about to name.
Right.
The only two that really did it was Diana Ross and Beyonce. Because all the rest of it, like when Coco went solo, it was like a SWV album.
Right.
Because she was SWV.
Right.
Beyonce and Diana Ross were able to make songs that did not sound like the Supremes and did not sound like Destiny's Child. So they were able to have a successful career.
Patti was too. Patti did too.
Even like with New Edition, Ralph had one hit song because his song sounded like New Edition, but Johnny Gill and Bobby Brown and then Bell Biv DeVoe, they all were more successful than him by themselves.
But the only reason why, because I know the backstory about Ralph, the reason why Ralph wasn't as successful as a solo artist was because of contract issues and things like
But
that.
he
His
sounded
record
like
label.
New Edition.
Yeah, he sounded like he was gonna always
Because
sound like
he-
New Edition. Nobody
Because
had.
he was the voice.
You're
So
right. Nobody ever had
that's
the
the
other
problem.
expectation.
You're the lead singer,
Mhm.
and you want to break off. You got to come with something completely different than what that group was doing.
Right.
Because if you don't, you're going to sound like the group without the group.
Mhm.
Because a lot of times they even doing the
Well, Johnny
background
Gill
vocals.
did it.
No, what I'm saying is Johnny Gill was successful.
Right.
Bobby
And he was
Brown
one of the lead singers of New Edition.
Ralph sang more than all of them.
Yeah, he did.
But that's what I'm saying. Like Bobby Brown was successful.
Mhm.
Johnny, Belle Biv DeVoe,
Mhm.
all of them. Ralph was the only one that had one song that I remember, Sensitivity. And when you heard it, you thought it was New Edition, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And that was that. But the rest of them all had a completely different sound, a completely different everything, and everybody vibed to it. That's the thing that would, I think, that makes some artists mad when they go solo, that they don't, like, I loved Coco's album, but it was like a SWV album. I loved every song on her album. I brought it, I listened to it, I loved it. But it was like listening to SWV.
Right.
Because it sounded just like that.
Right.
So it was like, sometimes you gotta, like Beyonce did sound nothing like Destiny's Child.
No, not at all.
Diana Ross sounded nothing like the Supremes when she made her own album.
Right.
Tina Turner, when she broke away from Ike, totally different sound.
Right.
Patti LaBelle, when she left the Bluebell or whatever they was called, totally different sound. So that's why they were successful. When you keep the
even
same,
David Ruffin from the Temptations.
right? When you keep the same vibe, don't nobody.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you by yourself in the group without the group. It's sad.
Well, you know what, Joseph? You know what plays a huge part in that is, like for Ralph, it was the producers that he worked with. The producers that he worked with were the same producers that produced New Edition albums. So of course they had the same sound. It's like Brandy.
Right.
When Brandy, did you notice that Brandy's sound changed when she left Darkchild?
And
you know what I'm saying? She left Rodney Jerkins and she had a whole her sound was like totally different. You like when you in a group like that, you can't work with the same producers. That's like Kelly Rowland. Kelly Rowland didn't have a successful album until she stopped working with the producers that Matthew Knowles had Destiny's Child working with. You know what I'm saying? So it's a series of different things that can cause an artist to have that same sound.
Who surprised me was LaToya.
Who?
LaToya
Jackson.
Lucky.
Oh yeah, LaToya Lucky.
She surprised me.
Yeah,
I was shocked that I loved her album.
And believe it or not, her first album after she left Destiny's Child went platinum. It went double platinum. I loved her too. I did too. I did too. She really proved herself. Her first album went double platinum. She showed their ass.
I can sing, and I'm gonna prove to you I can sing.
Yeah, she did. But anyway, y'all, let's get into this verses that we're talking about. Like I said, I really don't care too much for the verses platform, but we're gonna talk. We need to talk about this now. Of course, you guys know that Robert R. Kelly is now incarcerated. And y'all, let me tell y'all something. We might as well just accept it. R. Kelly is not coming. He gonna be in jail for a very long time. I don't know if he's gonna be in jail for the rest of his life because he hasn't been sentenced. I don't know if he's gonna get probation. We don't know what's gonna happen to him. But he's going to be in jail for a long time, we're presuming. However, let's put that to the side. Let's put his personal life to the side and look at the music, okay? I know there's a lot of people out there saying mute R. Kelly. We can't listen to his songs and so on and so forth. We ain't supposed to listen to his song, but let's be real. This brother is the king. I'm not gonna say the king. He is one of the kings of R&B. This man has had hits, and nothing but hits since 1990 when he came on the scene with the public announcement. Okay, so you can cancel the man, but you can't cancel the music. I'm Joseph. I'm still, before we get into, what we're talking about, I'm still in limbo about his music because as a musician, as an artist, I love all his music. And I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I still listen to his music. I do. I still listen to his music. Um, because I love his music. I can separate one from the other. Hold on, y'all. I gotta take this call. Joseph, go ahead.
Well, I feel like this. The music ain't got nothing to do with the man.
I'll get up.
The music ain't got nothing to do with the man. I mean, yes, he's responsible for the music. Yes, he's responsible for the music. But at the same token, I'm not gonna not listen. I'm not gonna change my radio station if he comes on the radio. I mean, I might not purposely go out and buy the music just because. Oh, this whole thing with mute R. Kelly just was, I don't know, it's crazy. I mean, just like we talked about yesterday, just because somebody did something wrong, they're supposed to pay for it for the rest of their life.
Right.
So are we not supposed to buy R. Kelly music for the rest of our lives? Hey, Monica, are we not supposed to? I mean, what happens to everybody who already has it?
Right.
Are you supposed to throw it in the garbage? Are you supposed to burn the CDs and the records and the tapes that you brought back in the day? Like,
right.
I mean, no.
Yes. Listen, I ain't gonna, y'all. One of my favorite songs that he did was "I'll Be Stepping," and that's a Christmas song from the soundtrack of Best Man. I listen to it, Joseph. Don't tell. I listen to it all the time. I listen to it. I've been listening to it, and it wasn't even Christmas.
And I mean, if you care for R. Kelly, then you gotta get rid of all the Leah music too.
The Chocolate Factory. You gotta get rid of all the. Y'all don't know this man has written songs for just about every single artist in the game.
Everybody's music because he done wrote songs for everybody.
Yeah.
So, if you're gonna mute him, then you gotta mute other artists as well because he wrote for them too.
Right, but you know what? All these other artists are trying to stand with, the Me Too movement, and they are, saying, I'm taking his music off of my, out of my catalog or what have you. But listen, y'all can do that all y'all want to. It still ain't gonna change nothing. And I'm not saying that we should lose sight of it. No, we shouldn't lose sight of what has taken place with R. Kelly, but y'all, we got to separate the man from the music. We have to, and we really do. Like, what bothered me.
Be careful when you pick up your phone. You're blocking.
Oh, I'm sorry. What really bothered me, Joseph, when we was at that barbecue last year.
What?
And the pastor. So the DJ played R. Kelly, and the pastor got so upset because he played R. Kelly music. And I was like, well, why? Why? I mean, y'all.
It happened.
And I mean, I side with the ladies. I side with these women that went through what they went through. I side with these girls, these teenagers, because I looked at it too. Because when I saw it, I was infuriated. I was like, I got nieces that age, and this man, preyed on young girls. I got nieces that age. And so, but at the same time, not in the same breath, but at the same time, this man is a musical genius. He is a musical genius.
Okay, so just because you don't play R. Kelly music, it doesn't take away.
And y'all, R. Kelly got kids. He got kids. He got a family. He got to pay child support. Y'all, we can't lose sight of that either. He has his music feeds his family too. So do we make his family pay? For what he has done. I mean, he owes thousands and thousands of dollars in child support. He has a daughter. His daughter, who is very talented, by the way. And he has kids. He has children. That should be bearing the fruits of his labor. They deserve to be bearing the fruits of his labor.
Yeah,
they came up in a lifestyle that they were accustomed to. Oh no, they ain't, trust me, they ain't hardly starving, child. They are not starving, honey, because their mother Drea, oh trust me, she got money too. Um, but we got to be real about this. We really do. We really have to be real about this. Um, but anyway, we're gonna move on from that. Now, earlier last week, I put up a post about this, about who should battle, who should they put R. Kelly with in the Versus trilogy. Now, first of all, this is what I said. I said what they need to do is, because R. Kelly is incarcerated, they need to get two DJs. They need to get a DJ to play R. Kelly's music since he can't be present, and play his music. Now, Joseph, you came up with two people, and I agree with you. Well, you came up with one person, and I agree with you. And you know, I think the only two people, and you as well, we both agreed on this. The only two people that be in a versus battle with R. Kelly is Prince, Michael Jackson, because they're the only ones at that level with him.
They wrote songs for damn near everybody. They got just as many hits as he do or more.
They're both icons.
Both are icons.
Yeah.
You can't say Michael Jackson or Prince and somebody not know a song.
Right.
Just like you can't say R. Kelly and somebody don't know a song.
No, I don't think it could be Stevie Wonder, and here's the reason why, Greasy Cup. I don't think Stevie Wonder can be like can do a versus with R. Kelly, simply because as much as we want to say that Stevie Wonder is an R&B artist, Stevie Wonder is not an R&B artist. Stevie Wonder is a funk. He's a soul artist. He does soul music, and there's a totally different. It's a big difference between soul music and R&B music, and he just does not fall in the same genre as R. Kelly. R. Kelly is an R&B artist. He's an R&B artist. Michael Jackson is an R&B artist. Prince is an R&B artist. That's the categories that they always fell into. Those are the awards that they always won. They always won in the R&B categories. So
when you look at their catalog, it's just as big as his.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's not taken away from Stevie Wonder. It's not. We can have a conversation about who can go against Stevie Wonder, but Stevie Wonder just does not fall in the same genre as R. Kelly.
When you think of R. Kelly, you have to also, because when you watch verses, you see other people come out and what have you like that. If you do that with R. Kelly and watch how many people come out that he made music for, and then only two people that can compete with that is Michael Jackson and Prince, because Prince wrote plenty of music for plenty of different artists. Michael Jackson wrote a bunch of music for different artists. Everybody else that y'all are naming may have wrote one or two songs for somebody, but their catalog is not as big as R. Kelly's. Forget just his music, forget just him singing. He have a whole album done by Aaliyah. He have Missy Elliott got some of his beats. Everybody around the world, I mean, everybody got a song that R. Kelly wrote for them. He wrote music for like damn near everybody.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, the same thing. You can get different artists that Michael wrote. I didn't know he wrote Butterflies for Floetry.
Yeah.
And then I heard him singing it, and I was like, well, damn, who's singing better, him or her? Because Michael sounded like a songbird singing that. I never knew he sang it. Just like I never knew Prince recorded Through the Fire. I never knew he wrote that, and Shaka Khan remade it. I never knew that. So I knew he wrote Waterfalls for TLC because it sounded like Prince. Like when you really start listening to Prince music, you can kind of hear how he write. But then, okay, you take them, and then you got Sheila E., you got Vanity, you got all these other people that he wrote music for.
Right.
And it's like even songs that you didn't know he sang that other people recorded and they were more of a hit than when Prince did.
That that's possible, Monica. Maybe Bobby Brown. Maybe. No, possibly. Because I mean, as much Bobby didn't write, but he's an R&B artist. I mean, his catalog is not as big as R. Kelly's, but he's an R&B artist, and he was very popular whenever R. Kelly came out. But if you're gonna say Bobby Brown, I'm not sure.
Well, that's just like if you were to say who would battle Lily.
Yeah, you can say Keith Sweat because Keith Sweat has written a lot too.
Yeah,
Keith Sweat has written a lot, and he has not only written a lot, he's produced and managed a lot of popular R&B groups from the 90s. Yeah,
but
Usher, I could, as far as Usher, I think Usher would be better towards him and Bobby Brown.
Or Chris Brown.
Yeah. Now Usher and Chris Brown, that would be beast. That would be a beast. Mm-hmm. Two beasts just together.
No. I see three. Usher, Chris Brown, and Neo.
Yeah. Now, with R. Kelly, do y'all think that they should do R. Kelly, Prince, and Michael Jackson? Because that would be the ultimate. That would definitely be the ultimate if they did R. Kelly, Prince, and Michael Jackson. And it would be, I think it would be an amazing versus battle, simply because none of them are here. None of them are here to be present. No, none of them are able to be present. Would it be a performance? It would be a performance if they got the right DJs. Like I could see DJ Khaled. I could see Jazzy Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see oh my God,
D-Nice.
D-Nice. Yeah, D-Nice. Yes. That would be amazing. That would be, because all of them are good. All those DJs are good. How we get this message to them, Joe Joseph? We need to get this message to them. They need to do this trilogy.
Put it on the back.
I mean, they ain't nobody talked about this yet. At least as far as I know.
Who did they say one of the verses with? Beyonce and Mariah.
Beyonce and Mariah?
I don't.
No.
Who was it? It was one of the music producers.
No.
No. It's not a match.
It's not.
Mariah and Janet. I mean, Janet and Beyonce.
Yeah, Janet and Beyonce.
Now that would be hot.
That would be huge. It ain't gonna never happen. You know that. You know it ain't gonna happen.
You never know.
They ain't gonna happen.
You never know.
Because
you got to think about
Beyonce
it this
messed that up a long time ago.
No, but you got to think about it this way. Neither one of them have an album out right now.
Right, but Beyonce.
And when they do verses.
Did you hear what Beyonce said about Janet Jackson?
What?
She said when they compared her, because they had at one time compared Beyonce to Janet Jackson, and Beyonce said, "No, you can't compare me to her because I didn't come from the same place that she came from." You know, she was talking about how poor the Jacksons were and stuff like that. And Janet was like, "Bitch, I know you ain't talking about."
She from Waco, Texas.
Huh?
She from Waco.
I know, but
that don't sound like a rich town to me.
But you know, she was saying that her father had, a good job at working for IBM.
Ain't nobody gonna talk about Janet. Like you ain't gonna talk about.
And so Janet was like, "Bitch, come say it in my face." Janet was very that. She said that. Say that in my face. Come say it in my face. You understand what I'm saying?
No,
and it was a thing back in the 90s. It was like, honey, if Beyonce came and said that in Miss Janet's face, Miss Janet will wear her out, honey.
She wouldn't have been Janet. She would have been Demetra Janet.
Right. Miss Janet wore her ass out, and I don't blame Miss Janet, honey. Miss Janet was like, "Bitch, I know you ain't talking about me, honey.
I remember she said that night.
You are you because of me, girl. Don't do me." Miss Janet was like, "Don't do me, girl," and I don't blame her. Like Miss Beyonce, honey, the nerve, girl, the nerve of you, Miss Beyonce. So I don't know. I don't think that's ever gonna happen, child. I think they'd be better off doing Missy Elliott and Beyonce.
You know, then it would really be hot on it because they would be trying to outdo each other.
Who?
If that happened.
What, Missy Elliott and Beyonce?
Janet and Beyonce.
Yeah, Janet and Beyonce. That would be, but it would be epic. It would. It really would be epic. It really, it really would. But what if they did a Destiny's Child versus Beyonce?
Who's gonna be Beyonce?
They don't need Beyonce, honey. They got Kelly. They got.
Well, no, they don't need Beyonce. They got LaToya, honey.
Right,
Kelly,
they got LaToya.
They sound like Beyonce.
They got LaToya. They got LaTavia. They got.
LaTavia.
Yeah,
She had no R&B divas.
Yeah, you're right.
All they need is LaToya.
They got LaToya and Kelly and
Mickey Mouse.
And what's her name?
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
Michelle.
They could put Farrah in there.
Miss Farrah ain't messing.
Even though she was only a member of the group for about
5 seconds.
five minutes, but she was still pretty.
Because they ain't tell her what she had to do.
Yeah. Oh God, that would be. Oh, now you got me thinking, Joseph. You got me thinking. But we're supposed to be on R. Kelly, y'all. We're supposed to be on R. Kelly. Besides the people that we mentioned, Prince and Michael Jackson, who do y'all think
in the comments saying
should go against R. Kelly?
I didn't see nobody in the comments.
No, they talk about everybody else. They ain't said nothing about R. Kelly.
Yes, they did. They said Keith Sweat, Usher, Chris Brown.
Yeah, but y'all, come on, y'all got to think better than that. I'm not saying that these artists that y'all saying are bad, but we talking about okay. Are we talking about, let's first of all be clear, are we talking about overall? Because if you put R. Kelly with Usher, R. Kelly ain't no dancer. Now he can bump and grind, but the child Usher will dance circles around him. So are we talking about all around artists as far as music, writing skills, performance, everything across the board? Or are we just talking about him being being a hit, just making hits?
I was talking about making hits because again, Michael Jackson was dancing underground. Prince was never a dancer.
Right.
Michael Jackson would dance him into a coma, honey. But if you go for me,
but all R. Kelly does is hits.
No, but I'm saying for me, it was the hits. It was how many songs they.
See, for me, it was the catalog.
How many? Right. For me, it was the catalog. It had nothing to do with the performance and none of that.
Right.
It had nothing to do with that for me. It was about the songs. Right, best friend, is only about the music.
Brian McKnight, Charlene.
So what's gonna happen with R. Kelly sing something fast? Because I ain't never heard a fast Brian McKnight song.
Right.
I just see Brian McKnight. I could put him up against Will Downing
or Ken,
or somebody who's like Luther, somebody slow and mellow because the music don't match.
Good morning, Barbara J. Warrens. Greetings. This is not easy.
Jill versus Erica was good because their music was exactly the same.
Yeah, it was neo soul.
It's not the same, but yeah, they both do neo soul. It was a match. They can go verbatim with each other with music. Their catalog was about the same, and it was a match. So that's the thing. Who would be a match for R. Kelly other than Prince and Michael Jackson? Because nobody else could really top his hits, and meaning they don't have as many hits. R. Kelly got fast songs, slow songs, dance music. He have everything in his catalog. Chris Brown, he got slow songs, he got dance songs, but who he ever wrote a song for?
Right.
So for me, that would knock him out. Usher, yeah, but Usher's more of a performer than R. Kelly. So if you want to take that out of,
but he's also a writer.
He's a writer, but how many people did he really write for?
He wrote mostly for himself.
Right.
Now Elle Manning said she don't want to hear shit for R. Kelly. All those nasty sounds hit different when you know what the motivation was. Well,
yeah, she said ain't nobody beating Prince.
Well, a lot of people would say that. A lot of people would say that ain't nobody beating Prince. But Elle Manning, I can respectfully agree with you, but I can also respectfully disagree with you because, like I said, we're separating the man from the music. And yes, there were the motivation. There was some meaning behind the songs, like "You Are Not Alone." "You Are Not Alone" allegedly was based, according to the young lady, was based on her. She had gotten pregnant by him. And he forced her to get an abortion. He called the doctor to the house and he forced her to abort the baby.
But then he gave that song to Michael Jackson.
Yeah, and then he gave it to Michael Jackson.
So do we cancel Michael Jackson out for that song, even though everybody loved it? Because R. Kelly wrote it. And now when she got on TV and said what the purpose of the song was, it hit different. Listening to her tell you why R. Kelly wrote the song, but is it Michael's fault? And
it was a beautiful song. It was a beautiful song. Now, I agree. I am one because I'm an artist. I was able to separate the motivation and the meaning behind the song because I looked at the beauty of the words. And because I was able to look at the beauty of the words and the beauty of the music, I was able to separate, what the meaning behind it was. And to be honest, we don't know, y'all. Listen, we don't know that to be true. That's alleged.
But let's assume it's true.
But let's assume it's true. That's where music comes from. Music comes from inspiration.
No, but I'm saying,
like Jill Scott said,
Michael Jackson, because Michael sang it.
Right.
So do we cancel Michael Jackson for singing a song that he didn't know nothing about? Allegedly, we're gonna say he didn't know. R. Kelly just wrote a song and gave it to him, and Michael said, "I like it, I want to sing it," and he did it. So do we cancel Michael Jackson's song, that song from Michael Jackson, just because R. Kelly wrote it? Because
Elle Manning said, "Yes, we do."
I can't hold Michael accountable for something that somebody else did. That's like if somebody robs a bank and give you $20,000 to pay your mortgage, how is it your fault when you didn't know they robbed the bank? I'm not giving it back. I'm not
sure, somebody compares to Michael and Prince, Reese Cup. R. Kelly. R. Kelly. And I'll tell you why. Because, like I said, when you separate the man from the music, this man has never had a song fail. All of his songs, every last one of them. I'm talking about all his songs on his albums
and other people
went platinum. All the songs that he has written for other artists went double platinum. Some of them went diamond. Okay, you can't take that away from him. Y'all can say he a pedophile. You can say he in jail for y'all can say that, but the music
is what it is.
It is what it is,
and that means y'all got to cancel all Aaliyah out.
That's it.
And she,
you got to cancel out Aaliyah's first 4 albums. If you're gonna cancel out R. Kelly, it's like what's that movie producer that just went to jail? Harvey Weinstein. You know how many movies he's made?
Do we not watch Miramax movies anymore?
Yeah. Do we not watch Miramax movies anymore?
I mean, they don't make them because not no more. But all the ones that were
right, his company is gone. But I mean, do you cancel out all those movies? No, I'm not canceling out all that. It's just like the Cosbys. People still watch the Cosbys. The kids, Theo, Claire, Rudy, Vanessa, they didn't do nothing. They didn't do nothing. And y'all, just a little small little information for y'all as far as like watching TV shows like the Cosbys and stuff. And y'all said y'all ain't gonna watch the Cosby shows and stuff like that. Believe it or not, they make more money when their shows are not in syndication versus when they are. That's why Tisha Campbell and Tashina Arnold and Martin Lawrence, they don't really make money off of the Martin show because it's in syndication. They really don't make a lot of money. They get like a flat. They get like a it's kind of like a.
I think it's for so many replays, but because it's played so many times.
Right. But Tisha Arnold.
The only person still.
Tashina Arnold cleared that up.
But the only person still getting paid because their mama knew what they was doing is Miss Honey from Good Times, Bernadette Stain.
Right.
Because her mother knew, and her mother made them say that every single time Good Time is played, no matter how many times it's played, she gets paid.
Right.
She's the only one on that show still getting paid, even though it comes on the syndication.
Yeah.
Because all the rest of them already been outpaid.
Right.
Because I think you get so many repeats.
They get a specific amount of money on a quarterly basis. The quarter may be 5 years, it may be 10 years, it may be something like that, but they really don't get a lot of money. Like Tashina Arnold cleared it up specifically because she was on a very popular show called Everybody Hates Chris. And that's in syndication. And she got a better deal when it came to it being in syndication because she was able to negotiate that before she even started the show.
I think in the beginning when they didn't know, it was like maybe saying, "Oh, when the show you'll get paid every 1,000, every time up until 1,000 shows." But it never dawned on them that if it's coming on 7 different channels in 50 different states,
and the same thing goes for music. The same thing goes for music. Y'all think R. Kelly ain't get paid? Y'all really think he ain't get paid? Y'all wrong. I'm telling you, y'all wrong. I know.
Them songs is played.
And trust me, even when they're not played, he's getting paid. Even when they're not. And y'all, let's be like we said, he's written for so many people. Their songs are still being played. Y'all don't read album covers to see who wrote the song any damn way.
There's no such thing.
Yeah, no, but you can Google it. But y'all don't read that. Y'all don't read to be fun. Y'all just listen to music.
Back in the day, you used to read it.
Oh, we used to read album covers, honey, to see who was who and what was what. But y'all don't read that stuff today.
Ain't nothing to read.
Y'all don't read it. They don't. Y'all don't read it.
Spotify and play your song.
That's it. They don't read nothing. Nobody read nothing. Y'all wouldn't know R. Kelly could be writing music right damn it now. But unless some reporter or somebody did a story on it, y'all would never know. Y'all would never know. He could be writing music right now in protective custody.
I'm sure he is.
In jail right now, and y'all would never know.
I'm sure if he ain't sitting there writing music here for him. Because all he got to do is write it and send it to somebody and tell somebody. Did y'all know all his Grammys are up for sale? Do y'all know people are buying them? They're collector's items now. I'd love to get my hands on one of his Grammys. So I can say, look, I won a Grammy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know. So for y'all to sit up here and, I get what, ladies, I empathize with you. I really do. I empathize with the ladies that went through the tumultuous things that they went through with this man, but there's just no way to complete. You can cancel him. You can cancel him, but there's really no way to cancel him. I empathize with the ones that went to concerts and they got pulled in the back,
right?
And they got caught up in.
Right. I'm talking about the ladies.
I don't empathize with the ones whose mothers and fathers willingly gave them to R. Kelly.
Right. Exactly.
Because
are we gonna have that conversation?
But I'm saying at the end of the day, some of them was just passed to him.
Yeah, like Aaliyah's mother knew. They knew.
They want to sit on TV and pretend, I didn't know. First of all, why the hell are you giving a grown-ass man your 14-year-old daughter?
Right.
Ain't no way in hell.
Right.
Ain't no way in hell.
He ain't told me to blame for this, y'all.
I'll tell you like this. If my daughter was 14 and wanted to see R. Kelly, guess who the hell would be sitting right there with her ass?
Right.
Me.
Right.
Or my wife. Or whoever.
Right.
But she ain't sitting there by her motherfucking self.
Right.
And if you want to take advantage of somebody, you better take advantage of a damn wife.
Mm-hmm.
Not my child, because I'm going to come back and fuck you
Exactly.
up.
Exactly.
These parents passed their kids off to R. Kelly. Mm-hmm. The ones that did that. Now, the girls that was just at the concert, I get it. You don't want your parents to come, or they take you and leave you and come back to get you, and then they don't find you because they don't snatched you up in the back. Well, not snatched you up in the back, but invited you in the back. They're going to go. Young girls are going to go because it's an opportunity to meet R. Kelly. So those girls are the girls that I feel sorry for. The ones the parents just took them and left them and offered them up. Oh, she could stay and she could. No, bitch, you gave your child to R. Kelly because you knew you wanted them to get money. You pimped your kids.
The first young lady, her father was a bass player for R. Kelly.
I feel sorry for the girls.
What's the girl's name?
They were pimped out by their parents.
What's the singer's name? That he had?
Sunshine? No. Some with an S.
I can't remember. Well, her niece. Her niece was a singer. The first girl that they say he ever
I want to say Sunshine, but it wasn't
molested.
Sunshine.
Her niece, the young girl, she was 13 years old. No, she wasn't even 13. She was 12. She was 12 years old. This young lady, actually, matter of fact, she sang the intro on Aaliyah's.
And she didn't leave her by herself. The parents left her by themselves.
Right. She was the first one, and she warned them. She warned the parents.
And they did it anyway.
And they did it anyway.
I feel sorry
because she called the studio one. She called her niece one day and was like, "Where are you at?" She said, "I'm in the studio with Robert." She said, "With who?" And she was like, "I'm by myself." She said, "What are you doing there by yourself?"
Right.
God, what is her name, Joseph? Sparkle.
I knew what's up with that.
Sparkle. Sparkle's niece. She was like, "What are you doing there by yourself?"
Right.
And she got on the first thing smoking, and she came there to try to get her niece. And then when she did, her brother was like, "Mind your business." And then when she did say something about it, when she did the R. Kelly, the saving R. Kelly, the surviving R. Kelly thing, her whole family, they turned their back on her.
Because they know they
because she told the truth. They was trying to say, "Oh, well, Sparkle should have went to jail because she should have known." No, Sparkle didn't. Sparkle knew, but it was nothing she could do about it because that wasn't her child.
It wasn't even like she knew. It was like she knew not to leave that girl there.
Right, she knew.
Anybody with common sense.
Because Sparkle had witnessed him having sex with Aaliyah on the tour bus.
I feel sorry for the girls that their parents picked them out like that.
I do.
But I don't feel sorry for the parents, I should say. I feel sorry that the girls' parents pimped them out like that because you should not be pimped out by your parents like that. Now, the ones that were just at concerts and they took them in the back, then those were girls that were innocent to what was going on. But when parents know what's going on, you pimped your child out.
Yeah, and y'all, let me just say this. Let's be real about this because we're going to be real about life. Y'all see relationships like that every day. Ain't Joseph? I've seen relationships
so your mother
like that.
Pimped her out. She
No. What I'm telling you is I have seen relationships in my own community with black girls. Because my niece touched on this. My niece did a video on this. How y'all see how brothers in the hood see a 13-year-old girl walking down the street that's fully developed, got fully developed breasts and ass and stuff like that, and be whistling at her and be trying to holler. Y'all know that. I've seen relationships in my family, sadly, and in the hood where the brother is like 25 years old and the girl is 16. I've seen it. Y'all have seen it. Y'all walk past it every day and y'all don't pay it no mind.
But the problem is, the real problem is why they really can't. I think it's stupid. What? Because
little white girls say
if the girl is not forced into, if she's not being forced into having
right.
sex, if she is of consenting age, then you got to check the state, because some states be 15, 14, 16. They ain't doing nothing wrong.
Listen, I had a relative. I ain't gonna tell you who it is.
But I'm saying, if the girl is consenting,
right,
then there's nothing you can do.
Right. Listen, I had a relative. One of my relatives, she got pregnant at 14, and the boy was 22. And I said to her, I said, "You're gonna press charges." I said, "Your daughter is pregnant. She's 14 years old. And this boy was 22 years old. You're gonna press charges?" She said, he didn't force her. She said it just like that. Her mama said it just like that. He didn't force her. And y'all, let me tell y'all this. Let's be real. Back in the early 1800s, girls got married at 13. Some girls got married earlier than that.
10.
Shoot, Miss Seeley, in the book, Miss Seeley was only 11 years old when she married Mr.
That's what they did back then.
But that's the way it was. And we live in the Western world. Y'all, child, kids get married at like 5 and 6 in some countries. In Africa, not only do they have multiple husbands and wives. What was that? We was watching something on YouTube where the men, when other men come to their village, they offer their wives up to the men. Mm-hmm. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But we don't live in the West. We live in the Western world, and so these are our traditions. You know, some I said to myself, who are we to say that this is wrong? Right. At the same time, because we live in the Western world teaches us that this ain't cool, this ain't right. But y'all, it's still in some states you can girls can go and get married at 16. Mm-hmm. In some states.
If you Google what age is it, what is
some girls can get married in some southern states, girls can get married at 12 and 13 years old.
If you Google what's the consenting age for sex in different states and just put in a state, you will gag.
Yeah, you will gag.
You will gag.
Yeah.
Because I gag.
There's a state in the United States where a girl can get married at 10.
Not married. Just Google
and have sex.
Consenting sex.
Yeah, consensual sex.
Google different states.
In Utah, the girls can have sex at age 12. And the polygamy is legal.
Well, you gotta Google it and see for yourself. Because I can't. When I started looking, I was like, what?
And they can get married.
Okay.
Listen, we ain't saying this to say that it's right or wrong. Okay, we just telling y'all this is what it is. That's why R. Kelly was charged with trafficking and taking women over state lines and so on and so forth.
Because when he took them over state line, if they were underage, then he can get in trouble.
Right.
So that was the problem. That it might have been consensual in Chicago, but when he crossed over into Atlanta, it became illegal. It became illegal, but it was okay in Chicago. Right. But it became illegal in Atlanta. Right. So that's why they got him for trafficking, because taking them from state to state, you messing with the law now. Right. Because if you don't know the law in each state, depending on the girl's age, you become responsible for that state. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem. Every state has a different age. It's sad. It's sad, period, because that's how people view women. But I mean, it goes for boys too. It ain't just girls, it's boys as well. But most of the time, it's going to be girls.
Risica.
It's going to be girls that pay the price.
Thank you, Risica. Yes, most of you females can relate to being hit on by older guys. Because when guys see women, they don't see age.
My sister just told me the other day.
They don't see age.
With my niece, she said this man checking her out, and I'm looking at him like, she's like, well, damn, take a picture.
Yeah,
she only 15.
My ex, his brother saw a picture of my niece and like the lost. My ex, his brother saw a picture of my niece and like to lost his mind. I said, nigga, that's my niece. You know how old she is? He said, I don't give a fuck how old she is.
Most of them don't.
And me and him got into like a knockdown fucking fight because I was like, oh, no. He was trying to be her friend. I said, no, you won't. No, you won't be her Facebook friend. No, you won't. But he was like to lost his mind. Over my niece, TheMKingz pretty. But my niece was like, she's like, my niece done had breasts and, she's like a grown woman, like she looked. She was like 12 years old. Look at my niece tonight. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all women can relate to this. I know y'all can relate to it, and listen, we empathize with you, but at the same time, this man right here, that's a musical genius. That is a musical genius. And I'm not even apologizing. I'm unapologetically saying that I'm not throwing all his music away. I'm not. And I'm not apologizing for it or anything like that. I'm not throwing his music away. His music is too great. It's too great. It is. It's too great. For me to just say, okay.
Now, should he go under the jail for what he did?
Oh, yeah, he should be under the jail for what he did, yeah.
Definitely.
Almost definitely.
I'm not.
Most definitely. I don't love the man. I love his music, but I don't love the man. I don't love the man. No.
He was dead wrong. The devil incarnated himself.
Yeah.
For doing that to them girls.
No, he was sick. R. Kelly is sick.
Locking them up and keeping them hostage and stuff like that. But
yeah, he's gonna be in jail for the rest of his life. He should be. And so should he.
And if they record him earlier, we wouldn't be having this conversation because he wouldn't have been able to
sure enough,
hit.
Yeah. And he wouldn't have abused more women.
Because men didn't find a problem with what he was doing.
No, not just men. Not just men.
Oh, women
it was everybody.
Women don't have a problem with what he did now.
Listen, do you know they had people outside protesting, let free R. Kelly.
Women were bailing him out of jail.
Free R. Kelly. Free R. Kelly. There are people that's like, you know what? I don't give a fuck what he did. I don't give a fuck what he did. I'm still gonna listen to his music. It's not that I don't care about what he did, because I care about what he did.
Well, some of them don't.
Because I got nieces. I have nieces and I have nephews, because R. Kelly was into boys too. But I got nieces and I got nephews. I do care. I have to care. If I'm human, I have to care. Okay? But this music,
you have a bunch of grown-ass women that's
I'm not ready to let it go.
They don't believe them girls. I don't believe them. I don't believe them.
Yeah.
Why would they
or they're blaming, they're victim shaming.
But why would they all be lying and all have the same exact story?
I don't believe
never met each other a day in their life, but they all have the same story. But that shows you one thing about our people. Because like I always say, they will leave Uncle Buck at the dining room table on Thanksgiving and he done touched every girl at the table. Your mama, your cousin, your daughter.
Come on.
Y'all don't have a problem with that.
Well,
but when Ray Ray comes sashing in, talk about he want to wear a dress. Y'all, I can't have that shit at my table. But Uncle Buck done fucked everybody at the table. And shouldn't have, because he ain't got no wife at the table.
Right.
But he done fucked the boys, the girls, and y'all just pretending like
sometimes Uncle Buck do got a wife. But the wife don't get the wife,
none of y'all lie too. Because don't tell me why. You're not gonna what happens in the house stays in the house. That's what black people do.
Look at what we was watching on SVU, Law and Order SVU, where the mother was raped by her father, and when she told her mother that she was raped by her father and he got her pregnant, she wanted to abort the baby. Her mother made her keep the baby, and she gave the baby to her mother, and
her mother took it.
Yeah, her mother took the baby
and raised
it. And she said it made her sick to look at this child.
No. See, the whole thing about that was, and I know those stories are partially true.
They are true.
The whole thing about that was this bitch will make you have a rape baby from your father.
Her husband.
Really, your son is your brother.
Right.
Okay? Then take it and raise it. And then on her motherfucking deathbed, go and tell the child, oh, she's not your aunt, she's your mother. Bitch. And then you die. And then you fucking die and leave me with the bullshit that you done told my quote unquote son brother that I'm his motherfucking mother and he gotta live with that. And now I got to live with the fact that he hate me because you done told him some bullshit. Like, who does that? But that's what black people do. Mm-hmm. They want to fuck you in the process of dying. Right. Because that way they ain't got to deal with it no more. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't want to take this to the grave. But by the way, your auntie is really your mother. Mm-hmm. And die. Now I can't even curse the bitch out.
I had that happen to a friend of mine. My friend, her mother had a baby by her baby's father. So her brother was her son's brother.
Well, that ain't your daddy. I mean,
but still to say that, Joseph,
look,
how could your mama have a baby by your baby?
I'd rather have
your baby daddy.
I'd rather have a baby by my sister baby daddy than my damn daddy. Yeah, I don't care. That's just nasty.
Both of them is nasty.
I mean, they both nasty because y'all land with the same man, but your daddy's worse.
And they ended up getting married.
Well, yeah, if the daughter couldn't
she did now. She did now. She passed away.
Well,
that's some shit. Well, also, listen.
There's a lot of things that go on in this world.
They used to call them back in my day. They used to call them rock jumpers.
I got one better than that. I know a boy that was having sex with his mother's husband. It wasn't his father, but it was his mother's husband.
Child, that happened every 5 minutes.
And I said, bitch, why are you having
that happened every 5 minutes?
Husband? He said, because I like him and he got a big dick. I said, shit.
That happens every 5 minutes, and you know that.
I couldn't even.
How many dudes you know that have sex?
The mere fact that you laying there knowing your mama getting some dick, and then the next thing when your mama ain't around, he giving you some dick. That's some nasty shit. That's some nasty
out here that
shit.
Do shit like that, Joe. So there's people out here that just do nasty stuff. That's nasty. That's just
girls do it too. That's why I don't have a girlfriend.
No, I'm not talking about girls. I'm not just talking about men. I'm talking about it's just people that just do nasty.
Girls
shit
do
like
it
that.
too. That's why I left my girlfriend. She lied and told me that her mother's boyfriend raped her, and then come to find out she gave it up to him. And I'm like,
she was
fuck
giving
your mother's man.
That's
who does that?
Yeah, no,
and I
you
said,
would be surprised, Joseph.
I said, oh, so you want?
You'd be surprised.
I said, oh, so. One twist for another, bitch. I'm gay. I ain't no more. I was like, I'm gay. And she gagged. She was like, what? I said, I'm gay, girl. You wanna lie to me like that? Well, here's a lie for you. I'm gay. I just used you to see if I was bisexual. And I'm not. So deal with it, honey. Yes, I gagged when she told me. I'm ready to tell her mother and keep her because the man's still coming around. And I'm like, like, you can't be doing this. I hope y'all ain't watching me on Facebook. I ain't
never been up in no mess like that, child.
No, because you know why? Because you know your husband, right? Mm-hmm. You know you don't just tell me something and I believe, right? Right. And she kept telling this story. And I'm just sitting back going, you wasn't raped. And because it was just too nonchalant. It was nothing behind it. It was just so nonchalant, and then talking, not knowing that I was molested. That's what really did it. Because I'm like, there's no feeling behind this. There's no nothing.
What you mean?
She was just telling this story, and I'm like, there's no
like somebody else we know.
Right. There was nothing behind it. It was just very matter of fact. By the way, and I just kept going. I kept questioning it and questioning it and questioning it, and I said, well, I'm gonna have to tell your mother because this man is coming around you, and I love you enough that if he touches you again, I might have to hurt him. No, don't do that. I said, well, I'm gonna do it. So next thing I get a phone call. So she confesses to me, right? And before, back in the day, it was a real phone. So I hung up and picked up real quick to call my homegirl Tamika to go punch her in the face, right? So when I was there, click, click, it didn't hang up. So I was real quiet. And I heard her tell, she had that nigga on the phone with me. And she had the audacity to say, Joe is too smart. He's not going to believe that. I said, oh, you tried to play me?
You need to turn that into a story time, child.
I hung up and I called my friend Tamika. I said, go beat that bitch into a new day. Listen to what she did. And Tamika was like, she did what? I said, she fucked her mother's man. And she was like, oh, fuck that bitch.
I couldn't even imagine.
I'm getting dressed right now. She not going to play my homeboy like that. And then she called me back, and then she was getting on my nerves.
How does one do that? How? What?
The story was they was playing around, and he was tickling her. And she sat on his lap,
tickling in the world.
and he was tickling her. And the next thing you know, his dick fell in her cooch.
No, you don't just fall into some.
Now, mind you, he was like 30-something, and she was only 17.
Oh, I just fell into some pussy. No, it don't happen like that.
I was like, who does that?
It don't happen like that. It don't.
I said, so I guess one good turn deserves another, huh? And she said, what do you mean? I said, well, girl, I have something to tell you. I'm like,
did Elle Manning leave us? Is she gonna stop watching us because we were talking about it?
No. My best friend's still here.
I don't see her.
She ain't going nowhere. I'll find her and beat her.
Y'all don't get mad at us because we just saying how we feel. I'm saying I understand. I get it, y'all. I get it.
Let me tell you something. I get it from all sides and points of view. I do.
And yeah, I do.
I ain't just stuck in my own opinion.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not stuck in my own opinion, but
I listen to everybody's opinion. Because everybody's opinion matters.
But people get in their feelings.
Except when it's a personal opinion about me. Yeah. But when it comes to subjects and topics and things like that, everybody's opinion matters.
Why? Why, Lord? Why?
Why, Jesus?
Why, Jesus? That man, Lord, that man need a blessing.
Lock him up.
I said, Lord, that man, he just need a blessing, Lord. He need a blessing.
Sheila, can you fix my best friend some chamomile tea, Sheila?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Y'all would have had to see the show from yesterday morning to understand that.
I need to go for that no more. Because I'm still.
Sheila, Elle Manning is in the waiting room. Sheila.
No, I'm still stuck on you in an Afghan.
Yes, and the Afghan coming down the winding stairs.
I'm still on that, child. I'm still on that because I ain't never seen you in an Afghan. Ooh. So I'm like, okay, he said he coming downstairs in an Afghan.
And it'll be colored purple and rose. So it can flow as I come down the stairs.
Joseph, you gonna stop playing with my heart.
So it can flow.
You gonna stop playing with my heart.
Ever so gently.
I'm still on that.
Maybe I can have the air conditioner turned up real high so that it can blow.
But anyway, y'all, that's all we got for y'all today with this R. Kelly thing.
Roberto, please.
Y'all ponder over y'all ponder over what we have talked about in terms of and separate. We ain't talking about R. Kelly's personal issues. We talking about the music. That's what we talk about. We talk about the music. We talk about getting 3 DJs together. That's what I say, Joseph. 3 DJs together and them doing a versus on R. Kelly, Prince, and Michael Jackson. That's what I say. Now, if y'all got any other comments about it, leave it in the comment section. Drop on down in the comment section. Leave it in the comment section.
I'll sing it in the background.
And we'll sing it in the background. Oh, sing it in the background. We're going to sing it in the background. We're going to sing it in the background. We're going to sing it. 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 You're supposed to do the backup.
Oh, yeah.
This was say, Ishalakandala. We're gonna say it. We're gonna say it.
I
We're gonna say
can't
it.
Inshallah when we talking about R. Kelly.
Oh, okay.
Well, maybe I should.
Yeah, honey, he need a Ishalakandala. He need a Shabbat. He need a Shabbat. He need a whole.
He need a blessing.
He need a whole bullshit. He need a Shakandala. He need all that job. R. Kelly, you need all of that, honey. And then some more honey.
Singing in the background.
But y'all, we get ready to go because I have a job interview today. I do have a job interview. So y'all wish me well on my job interview. And don't forget tomorrow. Tomorrow is a national holiday. It's His Majesty's birthday.
Many of y'all have off from work.
It's a national holiday. Now y'all don't have to do nothing for me. You don't have to do nothing. Just say happy birthday to me. But you can send me a cash app.
You want me to bless the chat, Reese?
I'm trying to get my nails done. I'm trying to get my nails done for my birthday.
Chat? I'll bless the chat for you. Come on up in the Lord's house. He shall come to love. Oh, come on up in the Lord's house. He shall come to love. Why am I not on the screen? Come on up in the Lord's house. He shall come to love. Robo Shanda, Ibo Shai, come to love. Oh, yes. Why am I not on the screen? He shall come to love. Oh, why am I not on the screen? He shall come to love. Why am I not on the screen? He shall come to love. Roshana, Ibo Shai, come to love. Oh, yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What is a robo shanda?
I don't know. The Lord said He would give
What
you
is
the
that
tongues,
e-
and somebody
e-
has to interpret. So maybe you'll get the gift
What
of
is
interpretation.
what is the ekandala? What is that?
I just speak in tongues. I'm not an interpreter.
That's what I've been trying to figure out from all y'all children speaking in tongues. That they said people that speak in tongues, right? It's the language. It's a language that can be understood. Ain't nobody translate that shit. No, we don't. No, listen. No, hold. We done translated hieroglyphics. We done translated Arabic. We done translated Chinese. We done translated every motherfucking language that there is, right? But ain't nobody translated what y'all be speaking in tongues.
So you ain't never been in church and heard one person in the church start.
I've heard that because I'm from the church. I'm from the Church of God.
And there's a slight pause.
Uh-huh.
And then somebody will go, I beg of you, my children, to come forth and give God His praise.
No, I ain't never heard that.
Oh, see, you need to go to Pentecostal church, honey.
I've been part of Pentecostal church.
One person will speak in tongues and another person will do the translation.
I ain't never seen that before. I ain't
talking about somebody just sitting at their chair speaking in tongues. I'm talking about, have you ever been in church and somebody just starts yelling louder than the music, louder than the preacher, and starts speaking in tongues?
Joseph, here's my take on. Hold on.
For like 20 minutes.
This is my take on speaking in tongues.
And then
this is my.
I'm telling you that I've been in church when there's been an interpreter.
And I get it. But here's my interpretation of speaking in tongues. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's some hold. I ain't finished. It's some bullshit that some minister came up with to bring attraction to the church. Because hold on. Because when you look at it, when you look at the history of church, when people hear of amazing things, they flock. That's just like somebody say, oh, I saw the Virgin Mary formed in that cloud up there. You're going to have about 10,000 people outside my motherfucking house talk about we waiting to see the Virgin Mary again. So speaking in tongues ain't nothing but a bunch of bullshit.
Well, I'm telling you.
It's a Joseph. Joseph, put your hands up. Put your hands up and receive it. Put your hands up and receive it, Joseph.
Nope, because I've seen what you said.
Speaking in tongues is a bunch of bullshit. We done translated every language there is, but ain't nobody translated No damn speaking in tongues. I was a member of the Church of God in Christ from age 5 until age 50. I ain't never, and I've witnessed a lot of people speaking in tongues. And you know what I've witnessed when people speak in tongues? People get quiet and say, "Praise God, thank you, Jesus, praise God, thank you, Jesus," not knowing what the fuck they saying. Praise God, thank you, Jesus.
Well, in the Pentecostal church, it's a little different, honey, because when they start yelling and screaming, and they just speak it like I said, louder than the music, louder than the preacher, everybody shuts up. It becomes a hush in the silence, and they go on for about 20 minutes. And when they're done, it's a hush. And then somebody will start with,
"Let me ask you,
come forth, my
do you
children.
Did you believe that shit? Do you believe that shit?"
Well, unless
No. I asked you a simple question, yes or no question.
Unless,
did you believe that bullshit?
Unless Mary and Jessica got together.
No. You ain't answering the question.
I am answering your question.
No. It's a yes or no. No. It's a yes or no.
How you yes tell me how to answer a fucking question?
Because I'm asking the question.
I'm telling you how I'm answering the question.
Is it a yes or no question? Did you believe that bullshit?
Unless Mary.
No. Y'all in the comments, I asked him a simple question. I said, he said, this is what he said, right?
Well, he won't let me answer the question.
Hold on, this is what he said. This is what he said. He said,
I keep getting cut off because I can't answer.
No, because you're not answering the question. I asked you a yes or no question, Joseph.
I'm about to give you a yes or no answer.
No, you ain't. No, you want. No, you giving me an answer with an explanation. I said, I asked you a yes or no question. What you said was this, and y'all in the comments, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. What he said was, when people spoke in tongues, right? He said when people spoke in tongues, there was somebody there to translate what that person had spoken, right? And I asked him, did you believe that bullshit? It's a yes or no question. He wanted to give me an explanation. I asked you a yes or no question. Answer the question, Joseph. Yes or no?
Well, then I'm not answering.
Okay, well then don't answer the question. Just say, Tramel, I want to answer the question. That's all. I don't need your explanation because your explanation don't mean shit to me. All I asked you was, do you believe it or don't you believe it? Yes, Tramel, I believe it. No, Tramel, I didn't believe it. That's it. That's it. And the question that I asked don't require an explanation.
You don't tell me.
It requires. Yes, I am. If I'm the person that's asking the question, yes, I have a right to tell you how to answer the question. I said yes or no. I ain't say yes, give me an explanation. Yes, and give me an explanation. I said yes or no. Did you believe that bullshit? Did you believe that bullshit? Because I'm telling you, I know exactly what you're talking about. I witnessed that with the exception of people translating. But I ain't never believed that shit in speaking in tongues. I never believed speaking in tongues. And I never believed people jumping up and down and shit like that, shouting and carrying on. That ain't of God. Period. Point blank. I don't believe that shit. I think it's when people stand up and shout, they dance into the music. Because that's what I used to do. I used to get up in church just like that. And dance to the music, because the organ sounded good and the drums sounded good. That's why I used to get up and shout. They had nothing to do with no spirit, honey. Ain't no spirit take over me. None. I even tell you, I can go as far as to tell you this. One time when I was in church, a minister called me up to the altar and said, "I'm giving you the gift of speaking in tongues." He said, and he told me what to say, and I said it. And would run around the church speaking in tongues, child. You made up a song. So you see how easy it is? You don't know. I asked you, what does that mean? What does it mean?
The fuck I know.
Okay. You see how easy? Y'all, my point exactly. With that being said, we get ready to get out of here. Y'all. Y'all make sure y'all watching us on all social media platforms, Joseph.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course right here on YouTube. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Hit the join button, become a lady or a knight, a lord or a lady or a knight at our round table. Make sure you check out the McCray Kings Boutique for everything McCray Kings and do it to be different. Make sure you walk in love, peace, sunshine, and happiness, and always. And also, very much so. And also, please, if you want to help the platform, the Cash App is in the bottom left-hand corner. Please feel free to donate to the Great King. All donations are put back into our platform to help give you a wonderful, great show. And on that token, please walk in love, peace, sunshine, and happiness. And if nobody tells you today that they love you, know that Jamel and I do. And there's nothing you can do about it. So
We love you.
we will see you tonight at 7:30. And maybe I'll get to answer my question the way I want to. But it's always
It ain't your world, big girl. It ain't your world.
Team Crack.
What's your time?
Let
It's not your world, Joseph. It's not your world. I asked you a yes or no motherfucking question. When I ask you a yes or no motherfucking question, you answer the motherfucking question. I don't need your goddamn comments. Answer the question.
it ain't stopping.